I'm here with Chloe, hello. Molly, and Adelina. I changed my office around. Oh, I'm so bloody excited. It looks so pretty. Tim just goes, why don't you ever film this, me cooking dinner? Because it literally happens once in a blue moon.
Your husband is a master chef.
Is he? Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. I'm obviously vlogging today and it's going to be just like a work vlog. Today is actually kind of a usual day that I would have during the week. I've got to go to the warehouse, Naked Harvest, and I have like alarms for everything, as you guys know, just to remind me about life, but they're just going off all the time. Going to the warehouse for a meeting with Mel and Cooper, and then this afternoon I have a cool podcast you probably would have seen in the intro. So very pack-filled day. I obviously did a home workout this morning, and before that I did like my usual thing of doing my emails, doing my to-do list, just getting a bit sorted, doing my meditation and journaling. It is a super busy day today, so I didn't really have time to film that, but you would have just seen that in my morning routine, so I just do that every routine. Also, I got my eyebrows like retinted and plucked, so they're looking very bold and beautiful. Love that for me. But I do want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video. If you guys don't know what Skillshare is, it is an online learning platform where they have like online courses and you can learn new skills and like hobbies and fun things for a very cheap price. I used Skillshare like a couple of years ago. I cannot recommend it enough to you guys. It has stuff for editing videos and editing photos and photography. It has business stuff. It has journaling stuff. That's actually the course that I have been doing recently. I did show you on a couple of videos before, but I'll put a screenshot here. It just has so much, literally anything you want to learn, Skillshare has it. And I did want to kind of go into a topic because I have been talking about this on my podcast and just on my Instagram lately. And I truly believe that we are given desires and wants for a reason. So what I mean by that is, for instance, before I started my YouTube, I had the idea pop in my head and I was like, no, I can't do YouTube. No one cares what I have to say. You know, I do the Instagram thing. That's not me. How would I even start? How would I do it? But it like kept popping in my head and I could almost like, and I don't know if this is going to sound weird, but I could almost feel it in my chest. And it literally, like, it got to the point where I was having sleepless nights, like thinking about starting YouTube. And then I just like went and did it. And then looking back, like starting my YouTube was one of the best things I ever did. I love having this community with you guys. And then also it was like a catalyst for me doing many other things. The same thing happened with the podcast, with Naked Harvest. And so I really want to sit here and talk to you guys and tell you that if there's something, like if there's an idea or even like just something that keeps popping in your head that like your brain is like, maybe you should try this, or maybe you should try this, go and do it, guys. Like before I started anything, it seemed very like, no, I couldn't do that. Or I would be feeling very fearful of who am I to do this? What are people going to think? And all that sort of thing. And guys, it's just not the truth. I truly believe that those desires were put on our heart for a reason. And I think it's really important to go and follow them and not be scared of what people are gonna think and stuff like that. Because when I look back, every kind of little step and thing that I followed has built me up to now. And like my life now compared to it was a couple of years ago when I was doing my law degree, I thought I was gonna be a lawyer. It is so different. But I feel so in alignment with my life right now. Like it just feels like me. It feels like what I'm meant to be doing. It feels like I'm on the path. So I did just want to be like, guys, if you've got this feeling of maybe I should start YouTube or a podcast or anything, and I want to talk about Skillshare within this because, for example, Skillshare is so cheap for what you get. So for example, if you have an idea that keeps popping in your head, get on Skillshare, have a look about how you could go and learn. And the thing is, I'm not saying that every idea that pops in your head is something that you're going to go and do and be amazing at or make money from or anything like that. For example, I really wanted to get into like photography and do cool photography. And like I know how to take a picture, Tim knows how to take a picture, and I know how to use Lightroom, so I feel like I can get some pretty cool shots. But I don't know, like photography just like, it wasn't really for me. I actually like did a couple of courses on Skillshare, and that's good because I had the idea popped in my head, I tried it out, and I realized it's not really my thing. I prefer like the editing, the podcast, and that sort of thing. And amazing, because now I know what I don't like doing, and I think that's really important too. So guys, if you have any sort of like desires on your hearts, wanting to try different new things, go out and do it. And that's why I'm so happy Skillshare sponsored this video, because like I said, they have so many different courses and skills. I guarantee like if you have something in your heart, it's on there, it's really cheap, and because they are sponsoring this video, you do get 2 months free for the first 500 people. I'll put a link in my description. Go and check it out and act on it, and like don't be afraid, step into the fear. But also if you guys are kind of at a crossroads or something like that, I talk a lot more about this on my podcast. It's just like me chatting. Obviously I can't do that too much with YouTube because it's got to be entertaining, which is why I started the podcast. But yeah, so I really need to go. I'm like late for our meeting as per usual. Cooper and Mel are just like used to it now, but that's not good, guys. I don't like being late. The smoothie this morning, this has just got my Thrive protein in vanilla shortbread, banana, ice, water, and it's green because I have a greens powder in there. And I think that's it. I just like to keep it super and simple. Like I said, I'm late, so I'm going to smash this, pack my bag, and then get on with my day. I'm actually really excited that you guys are tagging along today. Also guys, I changed my office around. Oh, I'm so bloody excited. It looks so pretty. So I'll show you guys that later because I did like a before video and an after video, but I really gotta run. So Tim does this really cute thing, and I tell him when I'm coming to the warehouse for a meeting, and he puts out a cone and saves me a car park right in front of the warehouse. I'm sure he's not allowed to do it, but it's really cute. But let's see if he does that. Awkward if he doesn't. Thank you. Stop it. Hey, Dad.
Class plan, aren't you?
I told them that you would leave the cone out for me, and I was like, all put it together. How are you today, Dad?
Running solo today.
I know. Where's Mum?
Relaxing.
Chilling.
Hey.
Guys, if you get a beautifully packed order from Naked Harvest, my beautiful dad, I hope you're not making any mistakes, Dad.
No, I'm not.
Hello. Hello. Hi. I'm only half an hour late. What's that? Huh?
Nothing.
What is that? What is that? Genuinely want to know.
I'm trying to think. There's a coconut, rice, chicken, herb shit.
So as I was saying, oh, this is zoomed in. Oop, there. As I was saying in my last vlog, a big new thing we're trying to do is do less Uber Eats. And a big thing we were doing is every time we'd have a warehouse meeting, we would get Uber Eats. Hey, Mel.
Oh, it was good. I missed it.
But we're being better, we're being healthier, Mel. And so when we have meetings now, we bring our own lunch. I brought like a wrap and stuff, which I'll show you guys. Dad made us a coffee. Thanks, Pop. Ready? You go. See how high you can get.
No, you go.
Okay.
No, you go. That's not a kid.
Now you have to put your hand up or something. Say, kick my hand.
Kick my hand.
Go on more
And get a push like
No,
straight
yeah.
out. Yeah. I can do higher, huh?
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Ready? So I can't touch your hand, I've got to get over. I'll do like a roundhouse. No, you gotta get over my hand, don't slap it. Don't. Ready, I can get over your head.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, the judo expert.
Yeah, Dad, ready? So you gotta kick my hand.
Oh, I can't do that. I've got groin issues. Get it. No, this is as far as I can get it. Look. Oh. Team, what can you do? This one. I did it. Right.
You can't do it. He looks really stiff and funny.
So I just got home, straightened my hair so I look a bit more presentable for my podcast interview, but I want to show you my office. So before I show you, I will put in a clip of what it looked like before and then I'll show you after. Basically, I wanted to change my office because I'm doing a lot of in-person podcasts this season. For season 2, that was kind of like a big thing for us because I wanted to have that like connection and feel when you've like met the person and chatted beforehand, if that makes sense. I feel like you can kind of tell. And so a thing with podcasting is you have to record with like a room with carpet because you don't want the sound like bouncing around. And we have like floorboards out there. So I was like, okay, I need to do it in here. And I've had a couple of podcasts and they're literally like having to sit on the floor or that sort of thing. And Tim was like, babe, that's not very professional, especially if you're having like, you know, sought after guests to our house. You can't have them sitting on the floor. And I was like, oh my God, Tim, you're so judgy, but so right. So that's why I've got this cool bookshelf. I've got this chair where the podcast guests will sit. And then also I just like sitting in it because it faces the window and you can see the beautiful sky. And then my desk used to be there, but now it's over here and I've got to hang up some pictures. I also want to hang up a picture here. But yeah, so I just changed it around. I got this bookshelf and the chair from this place called Castlery. It wasn't exactly cheap, but it's like really good quality. So I was happy. And yeah, so now it's just like a bit more of a professional vibe when people come around and do the podcast. Here with Chloe, Molly, and Adelina. We're chatting to Chloe and Molly all about Bloom. If you guys watch like my morning routine or anytime I'm meditating, you'll see my screen is purple, and that's because I'm on the Bloom app.
Yay. Bloom app is basically, it's something.
Hang on, Alexa, stop. Okay, sorry.
Alexa.
Thanks, Alexa.
So Bloom app is basically something that Chloe and I have been doing over the years. We have cultivated many tools, things that work for us. Chloe has suffered with anxiety, I suffer with depression, and we have just literally tried everything to not help cure us, but to help ease the moments when we have episodes of, you know, anxiety or depression. So we basically have this toolbox that we were using, and we've put it all into an app. And
so pretty too.
We just want to, you know, educate as many people as possible so they have the tools to show up as the best versions of themselves.
So the girls just left. We had such a good conversation. We spoke so much about like spirituality and just like different concepts that like you don't really hear about too much, which I love. But what do you feel like for dinner, my love? Tim went to gym and he's home. What do you feel like?
What do I feel like?
Oh, guys, I just don't feel like cooking.
Pizza.
No, I just don't feel like cooking this week. Like I'm in just one of those moods. You know what I mean?
But we can't not cook. What if I cook chicken tacos?
I had a wrap for lunch though. I could do some like roast vegetables and like yummy chicken in the oven.
In the oven, yeah. Let's do that.
All right, let's whip something up for dinner. And when I say all right, the dogs look at me. Let's whip something up for dinner because it's been a long day and I want to start winding down for bed. Tim just goes, why don't you ever film this, me cooking dinner? Because it literally happens once in a blue moon.
What do you mean?
This is like the first time I've seen you use a bloody knife. Huh? What have you got to say to that?
Master chef, you are.
What?
Your husband is a master chef.
Is he? You just never cooked for me. So this is dinner. I just cooked some green beans and then I've got some chicken breasts and I did little slits and it's got like a capsicum sort of dip thing with cheese on top. And then Tim is making the mashed potato. So we are gonna have dinner, watch a bit of TV, but I'm gonna wrap this vlog up. Hope it was interesting, just like a typical work day. But I will see you in my next video. Bye for now. Do you want to say bye, Tim?
Bye for now.